EV technology has truly gone mainstream, whether you know it or not. For instance, the Model Y, the Tesla Model Y has been the best-selling vehicle in the world out of any type of vehicle, best-selling for 2023, 2024, and very possibly 2025. Pretty amazing. We have the Model 3, which we're talking about today, which shares its platform, battery, electric motors. Basically, it's a sedan version, or you could say the Model Y is a crossover version of the Model 3. Crossovers are very popular, but the Model 3 equally is an amazing selling vehicle throughout the world in the United States, and it has amazing technology. And this is not the newest and greatest one. This is a 2022 model. Now we have the 2025 Model Ys, but these older Model 3s have proven to be very robust, very reliable, and they're at a price point in the used market where they're attainable to a lot of people where they weren't before when they first came out, when they were $50,000, $60,000, believe it or not. I'm Joe from Scarff Ford. Today we're talking about this 2022 Tesla Model 3 Long Range. Let's dive in. This is a beautiful example of a 2022 Long Range Model 3 all-wheel drive. It has a fully charged range of over 300 miles, close to actually 350 miles when fully charged. But charging an EV, charging a Tesla is not as clear-cut as you think it can be, and we'll talk about that. This one's a beautiful color combination on black. We have the tinted windows. The wheel covers were removed. They have what they call aero covers. They actually make it slightly more aerodynamic and it slightly increases the vehicle's range. Or you can pop off the aero covers like on this one, and you can put center caps and lug nut covers on, and you have a nice alloy wheel underneath. Or if you prefer the wheel covers, you can buy factory ones from Tesla, or you can buy aftermarket ones. We have a company that comes by and puts aftermarket ones on as well. I have some on my car. I actually have a 2019 Tesla Model 3. I've had it for the past 3 years. I've bought and sold many hundreds of Teslas over the last 5 years, so I know a thing or two about them. Not everything, but I think I'm a little bit well-versed versus other people, so I want to talk about this Tesla and give you some information regardless if you're interested in this specific one or just looking at a Tesla Model 3 Long Range in general. And don't get me wrong, we love Ford. We're a Ford franchise, but we're also an independent dealership. We sell many used vehicles, BMW, Ford, pretty much every brand of used vehicle you can think of. We sell new Isuzus and new Fords. So we talk about them all. We talk about our new products, and we talk about our pre-owned products like this Tesla Model 3. So let's start off with a software screen. If you're looking at a Tesla, a good place to look first is a software screen, because sometimes if you're at a car dealership and they don't really know Teslas very well, so a good place to start is a software screen. So you can see it's a Model 3 long range, so it has a long range battery. In 2022, in North America, the only way to get a long range Model 3 was with all-wheel drive. They've had rear-wheel drive versions previously, and they currently have rear-wheel drive versions of the long range. Sometimes they can be a little bit confusing. So dual motors means it has an electric motor in the front and in the back, making it all-wheel drive, also making it really fast. Having two electric motors is like having two engines. This thing is very quick. It's not a performance version of the Model 3, but this thing in its own right is very quick. And electric motors make instantaneous torque. So it's like having two little diesel engines working at the same time, except they don't spit out smoke and aren't loud and vibrating. It's perfectly smooth. So smooth, in fact, that you'll probably find gas cars, internal combustion cars, quite archaic after experiencing a Tesla for a little while. How smooth it is, no gear changes, how nice it is not to go to a gas pump. So much to talk about. I try to make these videos not 20 minutes long, but these cars are so different. Teslas are so different, even versus other EVs. A lot of other EVs are just basically operate and function like gas cars, except to have electric motors. Teslas are completely different. Even if Tesla was powered by a gas engine, aside from all that, the technology, the features, it's like a supercomputer on wheels. There is a level of depth to this vehicle, to this screen, that I have not seen in any other vehicle. That's what makes Teslas quite special and why I have to ramble on so much about them. So we'll keep on talking. So we have 39,782 miles. This has a full self-driving computer 3. So there's two full self-driving computers. The latest one is full self-driving computer 4, which they started putting Teslas in late 2023. Pretty much all the older generation Model 3s are going to have the older a hardware 3 computer. This does not have full self-driving. It has autopilot, which is traffic-aware cruise control, which allows the vehicle to brake and accelerate in its own lane. Works quite amazing. So you have these amazing Google Maps. And I mentioned about how charging a Tesla can be confusing. So some Teslas are equipped with LFP batteries, which stands for lithium iron, like I'm pumping iron, phosphate batteries, LFP. Those batteries like to be charged to 100% for daily use. Generally, those batteries are on lower range, cheaper Teslas, where the higher range, higher performance Teslas like this one generally use a lithium ion battery, not lithium iron, LFP, lithium ion. And it's warning me, I'm trying to charge this to 100%, and it's saying, we recommend you only charge to 80% for daily use. So that's the thing with lithium ion batteries, is that they only like to be charged for 80% for daily use for the happy long life of the batteries. Every once in a while, it's perfectly fine to charge it to 100%, but for daily use, they want 80%, so you can get a long, happy life out of your battery. And these EVs are proving to last long. There's many Teslas out there with well over 100,000, some with 300, and I think some even with 400,000 miles on the original batteries. In fact, Teslas are proving, EVs are proving that they're actually lasting longer than internal combustion engine vehicles. The average ICE car, average internal combustion engine car, has a lifespan of about 150,000 miles, where pretty regularly Teslas are surpassing that. And they're not leaking oil, they're not having rough running engines, they don't have turbos going bad, because they don't have thousands of moving parts. They don't have the complexity of an internal combustion engine powered vehicle. A battery electric vehicle, in fact, is very simple. Once you get past the computer technology, the software technology, the battery technology, a battery and electric motor is it's like an appliance. It's like a power drill or something like that. You don't have a complex 10-speed automatic transmission, coupled to a hybrid turbocharged engine with a complex emission control system, catalytic converters. I'm telling you, cars have gotten so complex these days versus what they were 20, 30, 40 years ago. That's why we're seeing increasing issues, increasing problems with cars. People can't work on their cars anymore in their own garage because you have to be like a surgeon to work on these cars. They're so complex. You almost have to be like a doctor doing surgery when you pull an engine on a complex vehicle. I mean, it's crazy. All the pipes and hoses, software, computers, and modules, they are so complex. And that's why there's room for EVs to gain market share, because they are very simple compared to gas cars in many ways. So with 350 miles fully charged, that still gives you probably close to 300 miles, 280 miles charged at 80%. And it's perfectly fine every once in a while for a road trip, if you're going to do that, to charge it to 100%. You're not going to hurt the Tesla, but for daily use, charge to 80%. And Tesla has another ace in the hole, is their amazing supercharging network. That's why all these people are making deals with Tesla, because they played the long game. They started deploying these superchargers back in 2012, 2013, 14, it's 2025. And now Tesla is reaping the benefits, because it's like a 100-yard dash, and guess what? Tesla's already at the 90-yard line and everyone else is at zero, because they've had over a decade of a head start, because people weren't even thinking about making EVs. Well, Tesla was thinking ahead. So they have thousands, like 20,000 superchargers at thousands of locations throughout the United States. You can pretty much drive anywhere. Just where we are, we can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 superchargers within 10 miles of us. And you can drive pretty much anywhere. If I wanted to drive across the state of Washington to Spokane, which is out of the range, it's 181 miles, we have a trip planner. So this will take the range anxiety out of owning an EV. It tells you where to charge for, how long to charge for. It'll even tell you the weather when you arrive at your destination. It's pretty amazing. You can drive pretty much anywhere in the US. Let me take it a step further. What if I want to drive to my home town of Boston, Mass, all the way across the country? Well, can you do it? You bet you can. It'll take quite a while. It'll be but it's possible. See? Yeah. So yeah, I mean, this technology is amazing, and most people aren't driving many hundreds of miles. So at 80% with 280-mile range, that's well within most people's daily commute. That's within most people's road trips. You can You can make it to Portland and back. I'm in the Seattle-Tacoma area on a full charge without supercharging. I've done it. Nice big glass roof panels to allow lots of natural light inside. You can get inserts to dim things down when the sun gets too bright. We have fantastic parking cameras for excellent situational awareness. We have the amazing dash camera. So this has cameras all the way around it. And you can put a SD card in the glove box and it will record all the time. We'll record while you're driving, or we'll record while it's parked. So if anything happens, you know, you have it recorded. Like the Tesla app's pretty amazing in its own right. Here is my app. Here is my car. I can pull up live camera views. I can record. It will alert me if there's suspicious activity around my vehicle. I can save clips. You can also pull these up on your vehicle in higher definition and pull it off the hard drive. I can email a clip to somebody. I can watch video clips. I can pull up the climate control. It's 99 degrees in my car right now, so I can put the AC on and cool it off. I can do planned departures. I can put it in camp mode. I can put it in dog mode. If you want to keep your dog in the car, you can put it in dog mode and it'll keep your dog comfy, and it'll say, don't worry. It'll have a photo of animation of a dog here. Don't worry, my owner will return soon. It's a comfortable 70 degrees inside, so people won't smash your windows. All right, you can't do this while you're parked, but you can watch movies. Great for supercharging. Your spouse is inside the store. You're waiting on them. You can play video games. We have the toy box where you have the whoopee cushion, colorizer, light show, boom box. You can make the sound of the horn like a goat or a fart. You can play ambient music through the horn. You can talk through the horn, like a creepy voice. Yeah, some of the stuff is silly. Some of it's like parlor tricks. Man, it's no joke. See, look at my battery's it might run out before I'm done with this video. I'm sorry, but maybe if you're really truly thinking about buying a Tesla, you're not getting too bored with this information. Hopefully it's useful. And this is coming from someone who's bought and sold many hundreds of Teslas over the last 5 years and has owned and driven one for about 3 years. So, you know, I have a good amount of information. You know, it might not be the best delivery, but I have it in my brain, so I'm giving it to you the best way I can. So you have the trunk right there, or we call it the frunk. No engine there, so very safe vehicle. In fact, when the Model 3 was first tested by the NHTSA, it's one of the safest vehicles out of any type in an accident, one of the lowest probabilities of injury. Part of that is since there's no engine there, you have a crumple zone that's 60% larger. We have a power operated trunk. They added this in 2021 before they were manual. So that's nice. And you have a lot of space in here. This has more space inside it versus a comparable size gas car since there's no gas tank, drive shafts. It frees up a lot of space. Normally there'd be a gas tank or an exhaust system here, but there isn't, so you have more storage. This is a deep recessed area. You have storage pockets on this side, which is pretty deep. It's quite amazing. Fast, fun, smooth, quiet. Low ownership costs. Double pane glass makes this very quiet. That was a recent addition. In 2021, they added a heat pump to the Model 3, making it much more efficient in colder weather, benefiting this 2022 model. And Tesla has great service. They have mobile service. So, for instance, my 12-volt battery was dying. It's about 6 years old. So, you know, believe it or not, this has a high voltage battery, but it still has a 12-volt battery system that powers like the infotainment screen and other things. So they do go bad, and when the 12-volt battery goes dead, you have to jump it like a conventional vehicle to get the vehicle to start up and go. Tesla came and replaced my 12-volt battery and rotated my tires. I think for $200, I sent someone to my work. I work at a car dealership. A 12-volt battery was like $122. I mean, that's really cheap. A lot of times when you have to replace a battery in a car, especially a more premium vehicle, this is competing with BMWs and Mercedes and you know, Lexuses. Going to a Lexus dealership, a new 12-volt battery could be $500, $600, $700, $800. $122? Well, that's because Tesla is a vertically integrated company. They don't have a dealership franchise model. They don't have parts distributors, parts middlemen. It's factory direct. Tesla manufactures the batteries and they sell them directly to you. It's not going through a whole stair step of distributors and markups. So This is so Tesla ownership costs are substantially less than what it would cost to do similar repairs on an even electric vehicle from a non-Tesla dealership, because Tesla is one of the only companies with this vertical integration model where it's factory direct. You're buying directly from Tesla, not from a franchise type situation. Well, there we go. We're almost about 20 minutes. My battery's at 3%. Those of you who are still along the ride at this point, thank you. I'm Joe. We are Scarff Ford. We've been in business 100 years, over 100 years. We sell new Fords, new Isuzus, very wide variety of pre-owned vehicles. We sell lots of used Teslas. We sold like 12 used Teslas last month, believe it or not. They are very popular on the new side and on the pre-owned side. They're at a price point where they're attainable to most people. You can find Model 3s under $30,000. Some high mileage examples that are older for under $20,000. And if they're well cared for and the battery's in good shape, they're all great prospects for an affordable, low cost, safe, and very fun vehicle. Thanks for watching and hope to see you soon.